This is Kimmy Kim and welcome back to my channel. Today I have some interesting new things to share with you. I took a trip out to a couple little vintage stores, little secondhand stores, and on a little journey to look for some lace and doilies and things like that. And I had some luck. I had some interesting luck actually. I'll start with, I guess, the materials that I found. The little doilies and stuff. Hopefully you can see this. This is just a little doily. It was just like 50 cents. And then this one here. I don't remember how much this one was. They weren't very much. I don't know, I think that's at $1. This I really thought was a good deal. They had this set. Put that over there. This is actually like a table runner. And if you look at it closely, it's like a bunch of doilies. So they had placemats that went with it. Now the placemats were $4 each. But this long, gosh, I'm not even sure how long this is. Let's see, this is 24. It's like 42 inches long. And this was $6. So I opted to just get this one. It was way more material. And I thought if I carefully, for journals, I was thinking to carefully snip these parts here where these strings are. And you can actually burn the edges so it won't unravel. And then you have a bunch of little doilies. I mean, tons of them. More than you can use. So, yeah, so then I can share. So that was my thought with this. This was a really good find. Oops, sorry, I bounced you. So I was real happy about that. Let's see, a couple more things. This is another, it's lacy. It's really, really different. I really liked. And this one is pretty long as well. That's 24. So it's 30 inches. And it's not perfect. I mean, there's some tears in it. Like this is, I mean, it's worn, it's old. But it would be really pretty, to cover a journal with, or, you can take it in pieces. Oh, I keep bouncing, y'all. I'm so sorry. To just use it in pieces or whatever. So I'm kind of collecting these for a good friend of mine who actually had a little accident and broke her arm. So my journey today was to go out and try to find her some things to help her collect while she's kind of out of commission for quite a few weeks actually. So so yeah, I found some good things, I think. And this was just I really liked the applique on there, and I think it's just like a placemat, but it's I really like the scalloped edges and everything. So that is that. Here was another little, this would be perfect to cover a journal. I mean, it's kind of the perfect size. And this was just $2. Most of them were just a couple dollars. And then some I was able to talk her down. So that was good too. So this was pretty. Let's see. This one was just $1. And this, to use the edges and just use, these in parts, would just be perfect, I think. I like how it's like an eyelet. Excuse me, losing my voice here. And this here just needs to be ironed. And it's just so cute. I just remember my grandmother having these kinds of things, you know, with her like lamp on top of it or some kind of pretty something. It really was nice to think back. Here's another one that I really thought bits and pieces of it would be nice. And this little doily is just perfect. It's almost like a little coaster size. Yeah, I think, yeah, everything was just pretty much $1. And this is another one. It was interesting. I got her to give it to me for 50 cents. And if you look carefully, there's like little stars. So again, there's lots of pieces within this one. Because it is, you know, old and damaged, some of them you can't use. Or, you know, you might want to use them because they look old like that. But you can just, you know, snip and burn the edges. And use just these little pieces. So, that's that. And this one was a hot mess. So she gave it to me for 25 cents. It's just, it's old, and this part on this side is all unraveled. But again, my thought was just making single doilies. So, instead of, you know, just this one piece. Now, I got to dig through this bin that she had. It was like more like a basket. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun. It was all this sewing. Sorry about the crinkling. All this sewing trim. Really, really old. Here, I'll set these up here. Look at that. It's rayon seam tape. 3 yards for 10 cents. Isn't that just awesome? So we got that one. And the rickrack, 15 cents for 3 yards. So cool. Four yards here. No price on this one, but it's pretty old. And this is this was distributed in Buffalo, New York, which is really interesting. That's close to where I live. This one's Massachusetts. And that's Connecticut. Here's some seam binding. So Fruit of the Loom was back way when. And 15 cents for 3 yards. And this yellow is a really pretty yellow. And that one just says the U.S. Oh, Providence, Rhode Island. And this rickrack, 9 yards for 25 cents. I find it interesting where this is Connecticut as well, because, you know, in our modern times now, everything is made in other countries, unfortunately. So when I see things like this and they're made, you know, in the States, that makes me happy. So that's why I always make it a point to show you. This seam binding, like a lace seam binding, is red, 3 yards for 39 cents. And this one is Massachusetts as well. And these were, she wanted $1 each for them, but I got her to give them to me for 50 cents. So that was a good deal. This thread here will not shrink, and it's washable. And it's just nylon. Again, it says the American Thread Company. Yeah, see, she gave me 50 cents. 60 yards. And it's from New York. Here's one that was 19 cents for 3 yards. And it's an interesting color. It's kind of a silvery gray color. And I mean, it is in great shape in its natural little closure here. And that one's Massachusetts as well. Here's one that was $1, so this obviously was more recent. Massachusetts, this was an 86. Here's some black seam binding, and look at 28 cents for 3 yards. It was on sale for 28 cents. It was 35 cents. Too stinking cool. And this one just says made in the US. This I thought was so cool. It's in its natural packaging, and it's a lace monogram. And let me see if I can get it out without tearing this bag, because the bag you could definitely use. Let me see. Yeah, see, they're monograms. They're so cute. And there's 2 of them. They're 15 cents back in the day. Set that there. This is adorable. Look at that trim. Look how cute that is. It is so stinking cute. This one's made in Germany. Fancy. No price on that one. 3 yards. Here is some embroidery edging. So that's what that looks like. And I think this is the Germany company as well, yes. Here is some ruffled embroidery. And it's cotton and washable. 2 yards for 59 cents. And this was Massachusetts. A lot of these in Massachusetts. And this one's really pretty. That's just a pretty little lace, or edging rather. And this is that Germany company as well. No prices on that. Oh, it says 10 cents. It was 10 cents. Now, I found this. This was so cool. It's an instruction book for a Singer sewing machine. I don't know if you can see that. And I just thought the pages, look, it's the original, like, so their belt that they need. But you could use it in journals, just pages, not just the book. You know, you could take it apart. But it's got, look at that. Isn't that just awesome? It is so awesome. I really liked this find. And this is from, let's see how old this is. If it says, printed in Great Britain. No date on this one that I can see, but it's pretty stinking old. I can't believe someone kept it all that time. So now I have some other treasures that aren't material and this kind of stuff, but some documents. I found all these documents tucked away in this little bin. This side it says, well, it's got, I guess, their name, but what it is it's a monthly meeting agenda. Let's see. Let's see. The regular monthly meeting of the Williamsville and Amherst Business Association will be held at the Village Hall in Williamsville, New York, Monday evening at October 2nd, 1911. 1911, this is from. That is just so cool. So that would be fun in a journal. This was interesting. This is Ethel Owen's graduation certificate from 1940. Let's see. Here's her high school graduation, I guess, I forget what you call them. It's like an assembly program kind of thing. And from 1940. Here's one, it's Ethel's as well, from 1936, from her high school. This is another one from 1936. Let's see, it's got, I love the handwriting too. My grandmother used to write like this. Another one from 1936, I think they're all the same. But it's just these have little notes on them. And this is actually her diploma. So this must have been from an estate sale, I'm assuming. This is a diploma for completing a secretarial course of study. And this was in 1940. This is a diploma from Franklin School. And I think this is Ethel as well. This is 1936. So pretty cool stuff. Her commencement for 1936, her ticket to get in, admit 1. 1940, the high school program. Lots of different programs from that same graduation. Now this, look at how old this is. It's so cute. This was from Virginia. Apparently it was a gas station, and they gave these out. So it's old music of Christmas songs. And I just love that. Happy motoring year for your car by visiting our Esso, I guess, Esso station regularly. That was in 1954. And then the ads there. Really cool. You could fussy cut and make some cool stuff out of that. Excuse me. This is a 1967 zip code directory listing, which would be fun to make, you know, use recycled paper, recycled pages, and make tags and stuff out of it. Or just use it in your journal. This was really interesting. Your Naval Reserve. And I'm trying to think, I don't remember what year this was. So it's the reserves. And it tells you all about it. Under the sea, in the air, the special programs, on shore. Look at the benefits: good pay, retirement benefits, promotions, uniform, retention of rate, cruises, fellowship, pride of membership. And then these are skilled trades that they had, the different skilled trades. So very interesting, very cool. And they had another one, young men needed in the naval, an opportunity to help your country win and ensure your post-war future. Story of radar, so wild. I mean, radar back then, you know, such a big deal. Really interesting stuff. I read through it and it's pretty interesting. Here is an old ad, and I love this. The Samsonite luggage, $27.50. These are leather, And it says plus 20% federal tax. Isn't that crazy? A lady's vanity suitcase, $17.50. And then here, this is the case. So that's fun. And all this is sheet music. This one, some Sunday morning. So this is from Radio City, New York. The High and the Mighty. Another one in New York. I love how it's got all the songs back here. Guys and Dolls, a Broadway in New York. Some sheet music. How cool is that? Pretty cool. Thoroughly Modern Millie. 75 cents this was. Standing on the Corner, The Most Happy Fella. All these are from New York. They're Broadway. And then some ads back here. Thumbelina. This was in Iowa that they sold this music. And I like this is actually has some writing. Please listen to our 8th grade song. Some little notes all in here. Some notes up in here. Anywhere I Wander. Here's a few different songs too. From Here to Eternity. Hair. So this one's a little not so old. This is 85 cents. Aquarius. Gotta love it. That's awesome. So they're just all different timelines. $3.50 for that one, so that must be more recent. 75 cents on this one. Sean Connery as James Bond. You Only Live Twice. And Simon and Garfunkel, Bridge Over Troubled Water. So yeah, I thought I did pretty good. Found some really interesting things, and I'm hoping that, you know, my good friend will be able to use some of it, and me too. So thanks for watching, y'all, and stay warm and stay safe, and take care.